I'm cold. I'm so cold. Oh, gee, oh my. I do be a cold guy. Gotta prepare. Gotta finish prepare. Um, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Man. Hey. Ugh, let's see here. You get the hell out of here. Um, okay. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. Why are they like no? Add to the stage. Mhm, mhm, mhm. That's the best. Why are they? Why? Why are they like this? The only cereal list that matters. Ugh, I hate it. Ah, hate it. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Would I be able to do this? Maybe. Oh, shoot. What? What? No. You go back here. No. There you go. Hey. Now you. Now you. All right. You. These have corn pops. There's too many. Uh, boom. Okay, why am I hiding this? I can show you guys. Boop. Oh, whoops. There you go. Does this one have corn pops? I think it does. But I'm gonna go through and check. Just in case. Oh, my closed captioner whips. Alright. Where are you? Where are you? Where? Damn, I actually not have corn pops. As Cocoa Pops. It's not the same thing though. Why does it have multiple Cocoa Pops? But no corn pop. Man. Man. What the hell? Man. That sucks. It doesn't. One has way less, but it at least has corn pops. Actually, wait. I should be. I could. Hold on. I should be able to add. I'll hide this for a second. I will get a picture of corn pops. There you go. Nope, that's not going. Save image. And now. Okay. Did that. Oh, yep. Okay, we're good. Corn pops. They're real. They're real. I'm thinking this is gonna take like an hour and a half. Probably maybe just an hour or two. You know? And I'm gonna do it. And it's gonna take like 5 hours and we're like, please. Please just end it. Please. Please. So time to delete this row. E-row. This is what I like. This is usually how I take it. E is like whatever, you know? Like who cares about E? S plus, that's like you have S for a reason. Oh, that one's like a bit more like I'm sometimes I might have an S plus ish situation going on. Right? Yeah. How do you add one? You just add row below. Yeah. We will have the fake tier. Okay. So drink some water. Gather up my energy because I just woke up. That's my waking up rhyme rhythm. Yes. Okay. Welcome, one and all, to another. Another. I'm gonna. Welcome, one and all, to another cereal tier list. This is our first cereal tier list. So, I found online an American tier list for American cereal. I added some extra cereals at the bottom, most notably corn pops and only corn pops. And we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Now, I'm not gonna act and say like I know every single cereal that has come into existence, and I'm not gonna act and say I'm the only one who has the right to say what is good cereal or not. Um, but also this is the cereal tier list. So take that as you will. First, we got Wheaties. Um, Already I have no clue what this is. Is this not the same thing as like this is basically what I understand Wheaties to be, right? Is basically Frosted Flakes cereal without the frost. So it's just flakes. Now, flakes in of themselves, I don't think are too bad. Um, that said, they're also not good. So, D tier. Next, we got Golden Nuggets. So, Golden Nuggets is basically corn pops, right? But just they're not sanded down, right? They're not pure circles. They're made to look like gold nuggets, and gold nuggets they ain't perfect circles. So for that, I do like corn pops, and I've not tried golden nuggets exclusively, but based off of corn pops, I would say this is probably a B or C, depending on how much sugar there is. Usually, corn pops themselves have a lot of sugar, so I would assume golden nuggets probably are the same. But if they're healthy, then more power to them. Next, we got Cocoa Pebbles. So Cocoa Pebbles are they got the Flintstone vitamins kind of esque to them. They're another kind of flake. I wouldn't really call them pebbles. Um, they're well, I mean, they're not exactly flake esque like Wheaties. They're have more 3D shape to them, but still, for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of chocolate. That's not to say that I hate chocolate, but I'm not excited to eat cereal just because it is chocolate. And therefore, I'd probably put this boy. I might get hung for this. I might be put on trial for this one. That's fair because I have not had these in a long time. But I'll put them in C tier, maybe low B. I wouldn't. I would probably put it low B for now, and we'll go back to it just to see because I don't think it's too far from Golden Nuggets. If I had to choose, again, it's been a very long time, but if I had to choose, I might choose Golden Nuggets or Cocoa Pebbles for nostalgia because I've actually had Cocoa Pebbles and not Golden Nuggets in my life. But that's kind of an unfair advantage, I'd say. Next, we got Tricks. So Tricks are basically, in my eyes, they're like Fruit Loops. And I'm pretty sure everyone else's eyes too. They're probably like Fruit Loops, except they're just not rings. They're actually shapes. And shapes are fun. So I would say probably how I'm going to see this is I'll put these guys down into C. I'll put you into B, I guess. No, wait. I'll do this. I think this is more fair. Yes, this is more fair. I think I rated them too highly depending on what I else I thought would be here. I might put them back up later. We'll see. We'll see. I should have had a better system for what A B C D means to me, but I didn't, and now we're here. We just kind of got started. So next is s'mores. So s'mores, I've not had these either, but from the research, it looks like they have the tiny marshmallows like Lucky Charms, and they have um not golden grahams, but like the tiny those like tiny bread pieces that you could get in a different cereal, which I don't remember. I can't recall the name right now. Um, but those like those cereal which are meant to look like tiny pieces of bread, they look kind of like that. Although much more cinnamony. I'm not gonna lie, these look kind of like they would slap. I might be wrong. This is based purely on vibes. B tier. I would much rather eat s'mores over golden nuggets, but that's based purely on the vibes. Next, we got Weetabix banana. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I look at Weetabix banana, and I say to myself, "That is not cereal." Who said this is cereal? Yeah, that's not cereal. So that's fake tier. Raisin bran. Now, a lot of people really don't like raisin. And I don't get it. I honestly don't understand. I don't get why so many people are against raisins. I am actually kind of a big fan of raisins. And for Raisin Bran, it's if you took Wheaties and just added raisins. And honestly, for me, I'd probably take this over Golden Nuggets. Because it's much more, I would say it's much more healthy for you. Now, when we're talking cereal is not healthy for you. I'm not gonna lie. It's made to like it's made in a way to make you think it's like somewhat healthy at least. Maybe not the most healthy with like all the sugar and chocolate that you see sometimes, but they're really not at all. They're very much a junk food. Just not as good tasting. But at least they, some of them got iron, I guess. But Raisin Bran, I think is good. I like Raisin Bran, which is a weird take from people I see. I think it's a weird take. Next, we have Special K. Now, Special K is not exactly like Wheaties, but it's a Wheaties like. Like roguelikes, it's a Wheaties like. Right? And for Special K, if we're talking just the basic Special K, they're basically just like they're just Wheaties, you just put them in with Wheaties. I'll put it higher just because I know what Special K tastes like. It's also been a while, but I've at least had it in my mouth before. I can at least confirm that it's been in my mouth before. Next we have Crispy Mini. Now these are also by Weetabix, and I'm not gonna lie, if Weetabix, I don't think Weetabix makes cereal. I think maybe it shows up in the cereal aisle, but this shit ain't cereal. This is not real. This is not a real food. If you are a person who eats Weetabix Crispy Minis as your morning cereal, I think God has abandoned you. I'm not gonna lie. It's got chocolate bits in there. The actual picture of it looks disgusting. If it looks like it did on the box, I might put it higher. But this thing, I think, I'm just gonna, I just from the look alone. I'm not gonna lie. Just from the look alone, I that's gross. It probably tastes great for cereal. For cereal, it probably tastes pretty good, but the actual like look of it is disgusting. So that's it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Next, we got Cheerios. Now, I'm also not a big fan of like high sugar, like high sugar, and stuff like Trix. And that's also kind of why I'm not a big fan of chocolate, is because a lot of the time it's like full on sugar, and it's too sweet. I'm not a fan of big sweets. I would say I could eat sweet things, and there's a lot of sweet things I like, but I think a lot of the time, it gets too sweet for me with stuff like Trix. So I think Cheerios outclasses it. Golden Nuggets, it might outclass that, but I think I would take Raisin Bran over Cheerios. So sometimes the day might change. Sometimes I might go Cheerios over Raisin Bran, but I think Raisin Bran, if I had to choose objectively, well, I mean, it's still objectively, I think Raisin Bran wins that fight. Count Chocula. So now we're going into the big fellas here. Before we were in the little leagues with with Cheerios. Count Chocula. I've only had this once in my life. To a lot of you, that might be a shame. So Count Chocula has, I think this. I'm not sure if this was the first one, but it was one of the most popular for the chocolate content of the cereal, and also it has little marshmallows in it. So a little marshmallows always gotta bump that up. I always gotta give it some brownie points for that, which is funny because this is chocolate. But Count Chocula, from the one time I've had it, I did actually think it was pretty good. Now, is it better than Raisin Bran? I would say so. I honestly, this is like an exception. I would say most of the time with chocolate, I'm like, eh. This one, I was like, pass me the bowl. You know. Now, which one I could eat more of? I would probably say s'mores or Raisin Bran. Like Count Chocula is really good, but like, give me one bowl. You know, like by one bowl. I mean, like, give me just give me a bit. You know, like I don't want. If I had to fill a bowl of Count Chocula and Raisin Bran, I would put more Raisin Bran in the bowl than Count Chocula because I could eat more of Raisin Bran. But in the morning, right? If it's a cereal in the morning, sometimes it's better to not eat that much. And chocolate cereal probably gives you more energy than non. So that's why I'll put it higher. If we're basing it off taste, it's not purely based off taste, but if we're basing it off taste, I think Count Chocula is good. Especially with the mushy lads, you know, the marshmallows. Then without those, I think it might be a bit. It might change a bit, you know. Next, we got Crackling Oat Bran. Now, this is very much like Chex or shredded wheat. Is very much like those, except there's a hole in the middle. Now, I don't know what that does to the taste. But but you know. Now, the unfairness of this tier list is that a lot of brand types of cereal, like Wheaties, Crackling Oat Bran, shredded wheat, these kind of cereals, you're meant to have fruit with it. So that usually does add a lot. Like usually if you took Crackling Oat Bran, right? Add some strawberries or like some raspberries or some blueberries or something with it. Maybe added some cream. You'd have a good time. You'd have a great time actually. But that's unfair because you could say anything about any cereal. Just like, for example, oh, Wheaties? Bro, what are you talking about? Just add MSG to that. And then, of course, it's going to taste amazing. It's MSG. But by itself, no. Same thing with this. I think Crackling Oat brand has gotta. I gotta put that down. It's just, what is that? I mean, it might taste better if I had it. Again, I haven't had it, but based off what I can assume from what these are, right? I would say it'd probably be like you might want to take it's it might be weird to say, but you might want to take one of them and then eat one singular brand, and then that'd be like, okay, that's cool. But like having a bowl of this, I would not want that. I would rather die. Next, we got Frankenberry. So this is part of the brand, like this is part of like a collection with Count Chocula, Frankenberry. Uh, so these and also Blueberry as well. So I haven't had these. Count Chocula was easily the favorite of like almost everyone, right? And that's why that one cleared. But Frankenberry is, instead of chocolate, it just tastes like berries. I assume that's my assumption. Where it's the same thing, but just this one tastes like strawberries instead of chocolate. And blueberry is probably just blueberry. They probably taste good. But I've never had them, so I can't really say what they would taste like. So I'm just gonna put them here. Crispy minis, I'm probably being very harsh on. So I'll put them up here. I think I'm being a bit harsh on them. Next we got Quisp. So Quisp is something I've never heard of. I have no clue what this is. In fact, this guy's kind of scary, and this is fake. So fake tier. Next we got Smurfberry. Smurfberry Crunch. Now, this I do remember seeing around. I don't think it's popular. It's obviously not going to be as popular as the other things, but I do think this has its own kind of popularity to it, and that's probably purely because it is Smurf brand, and all the Smurf heads out there are losing their minds. They're losing their Smurfs over this cereal. Um, it's really hard to tell what this is. It's a lot of red and blue. These are kind of scary. They probably just taste like regular, like artificial flavoring of cereal. Fake tier. Waffle Crisp. I assume these, yes. So these are one of those ones that just are meant to have. There's like a cool design. There's not much about them that's like very very out there, but I've had these, and these are pretty good. I will say they are pretty good. I'll put them up like I'd put them up here, honestly. Yeah. I would put them up there. They clear Raisin Bran in my eyes. Okay. Next, we got Cocoa Puffs. Now, with Cocoa Puffs, you're supposed to eat them up, eat them up, eat them up, eat them up. And the cool thing about Cocoa Puffs, now this is something I do actually like, not in terms of taste, but just in terms of creativity. Cocoa Puffs, you put the milk on, right? And then you let them sit, or like you move them around in there, and your milk, ooh, you milk it turns into chocolate milk. Now that's cool. Now you can't lie. That's pretty sick. A cereal that turns the milk you pour into it into chocolate milk. I don't like chocolate milk, but that's cool. That's cool. Now Cocoa Puffs are basically just corn pop, except they're chocolate, just like pure chocolate. And they're not bad. And I do think I think if I had to choose over Cocoa Pebbles or uh Cocoa Puffs, I probably still take Cocoa Pebbles, but Cocoa Puffs would be a hard choice. It'd be a hard choice. I'd have to take them again, because what I remember is I don't remember disliking them, but I do remember them having a strong flavor, like very much chocolate flavor. So I think nowadays I might be like hesitant to even try. Now let's see. I guess I'll just compare it, and that'll be my thing instead of just like sticking to what my heart feels. Let's see. Jacqueline O'Brien, nah. Blueberry. Honestly, it's just these are. It's fair to put these guys here because I don't really know how they taste. But I'd probably put it here just because I don't know how these guys taste, and that's the only reason. Wheaties, because I think it might. Because Wheaties is like kind of holding strong, even though I've never had it, just because it is like the default for me. I think. I think for me, Wheaties is like a place where it's like if you, it's like the default taste of cereal, you know, or at least Special K is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Cocoa Pops, they're kind of like the same. Maybe they're a bit different, but they're not as cool, you know. But they're basically Cocoa Pops. Next, we got Lucky Charms. So Lucky Charms are famous for having their marshmallows there, and that's kind of like all they're good for. The cereal itself is pretty basic. Once you get the marshmallows out of there, it's kind of shit. Um, but the marshmallows are really good by themselves. And I think just honestly, just for that, they probably would be above tricks just because they're not, it doesn't taste as sugary, even though it probably is just as sugary. So Lucky Charms, Golden Nuggets. I don't think Lucky Charms beat Cheerios, and that's um because Lucky Charms without the marshmallows is worse Cheerios. They're like they're like they don't taste as good as Cheerios. So you need to have a marshmallow in every bite to make it worth it. Uh let's look past Golden Nugget. I don't I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Lucky Charms. So Lucky Charms, chocolate edition. I don't really care for. Honestly, it kind of makes me sick to my stomach just looking at it. Because I'm like, you're already taking super sugary marshmallows and then you're adding chocolate on top of it. Like, man, just stick. Just you're good. You were good. You're already sugary enough. It's fine. You don't have to add more. You're good where you are, man. Okay, honey smack. I think I've had these once before. Uh, and they were pretty good. these in a way are like because they're like Cheerios in a way, because Cheerios are also meant to have like maybe not like the basic Cheerios, but there are like honey nut Cheerios, right? That's what they're known as, right? Honey Smacks are like that except different shape, and the shape's pretty good. It's a good shape. Because with cereal, a lot of it comes down to mouthfeel. Because usually there's so much sugar and all the flavoring is so artificial that you don't taste much. You don't taste a lot, which is why a lot of people like the chocolate taste because at least you're tasting something you know. I think that's my headcanon. With Honey Smacks, uh, it's just it's honey. Honey is good. I like me some honey. Honey Smacks. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Rice Krispies treat. Now, Rice Krispies treats. Is that different from just Rice Krispies? Let's see. Rice Krispies treat. The hell is this? Okay, it seems like they took Rice Krispies and just made balls of it. What the fuck? So they made like clumps of marshmallowy Rice Krispies. Honestly, that's great. Rice Krispies by themselves, I think, would be shit. They are very bad. They're pretty bad cereal. But Rice Krispies treats, from what it looks like, it seems like just what you get like a Rice Krispies bar, but made in smaller form for cereal, and that's great. That's great. I would take that. Yeah, I would take that. That's a B tier. Next, we got Weetos. Now these seem to me like Cheerios, but chocolate, and that is exactly what they are. That is exactly what they are. Um, I'll put them here with Cocoa Puffs. Next, we got Country Crisp. Now, I feel like this is one of those cereal Country Crisp where um it's just it's like it's healthy but like good, you know? Like it's a healthy cereal that actually tastes good. And now this one it's not cheating because usually they actually have other things in them. So this one's the strawberry kind, right? Now, what this means is that there's like actually strawberry in it. Actual strawberry things in it. And like I said, if you took these cereal, right, and you added the actual like stuff that you're supposed to put with them, that's great. And this comes with it. So B tier. They probably go to high C, but B tier. All right, next we got Nesquik, another chocolate cereal. I think this one, Nesquik, this one might have been the chocolate milk one, or at least it was a copy. I don't know which one did it first, but I know they both did it. Like Cocoa Puffs, where this one could turn your milk into chocolate. And that's pretty cool. Which one I'd probably rather take? I don't know. But Nesquik, boom, D tier. Next we got Baby Shark cereal. Get that out of here. Next we got Family Pack Shreddies, chocolate Shreddies. It seems. Now, listen, I've literally never been a big fan. I've never been a fan of chocolate cereal, and there are a lot of chocolate cereal. So for me, it's hard to decide these things. Oh, whoops! I forgot to write Shreddies in my search. Shreddies themselves are like they're okay. They're not bad. I'm not gonna lie and say they're amazing, but they're not bad, and that's probably because there's not a lot of food in them. So I assume with this, there's like a slight chocolate flavor, and it's just like enough, you know. Shreddies, um, Shreddies chocolate. Not gonna lie, I probably would take these over this. I'd probably take more chocolate taste, even though I'm not like I said, I'm not a huge fan. I probably still would take more chocolate taste over the little that probably comes from Shreddies chocolate. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I can't do anything about that. Now, Curiously Cinnamon. I remember the weird ass commercials for this one. And let me tell you, cinnamon cereal can't go bad with cinnamon cereal. You can't go bad. B tier. I'm putting chocolate down. I'm putting Curiously Cinnamon over there. Country Crisp. Rice Krispie Treats. Waffle Crisp. I don't remember. Probably put you down. There you go. Count Chocolate. Sorry, you were demoted. All right. Shredded wheat. Red berries. What the hell? Shredded wheat. Red berry. And vanilla. Oh, okay. So shredded wheat is one of those cereals that I actually kind of enjoy. Like, not it doesn't. I'm not gonna say it tastes good or better than any of these, but it's not bad. Like, if you gave me a bowl of shredded wheat for breakfast, like let's say I was hanging out, let's say I like slept over at your house, and you gave me a shredded wheat, a bowl of cereal, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat it all. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna eat it all. I'm not gonna complain. And in my head, I'm just gonna be like, hell yeah, cereal. Right. With other things, right? If you gave me Cracklin Oat Bran, right, for cereal, I'd probably like, this person is a piece of shit. I hope they explode. Not that far, but if you gave me Cracklin Oat Bran, right, I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with this person? Why do they have Cracklin Oat Bran? And why did they not give me anything with the Crackling Oat Bran? Are they insane? But if you gave me shredded wheat, I'd be like, yeah, all right, that's fair enough. Now, shredded wheat, you should have with something else, right? You should. You should have it with something else. But with shredded wheat, I could forgive you for not putting anything else. That being said, this is shredded wheat with red berry. It's like red berry filling inside. And what can I say to that? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Now, I'd probably put it somewhere here. I haven't had it. I might not like it, honestly. But so that's great. Great idea. Keep them coming. Next, we just have Shreddies cereal, which is basically just shredded wheat, except flatter. It's not as like thickened as shredded wheat, but still good. Now, this really depends on what kind it is. I don't think it's the original, but it's hard to tell what it is. If it's honey, um, that bumps it up. If it's original, then it's like eh. And I know all the good stuff I just talked about shredded wheat, but the difference between shreddies and shredded wheat is that shredded wheat is thin. And a lot of the shredded wheat goodness, I think the good that comes with shredded wheat is the fact that you could bite into it and there is that kind of like crunch, that like a deep crunch in it. And that kind of adds to it. With shreddies is just like kind of bland in that way, you know? Now, where it stands, it's higher than crispy minis. No, it's not. Honestly, D tier. If it's original, it's D tier. Shredded wheat will be higher than this. Shreddies is very low, but shredded wheat, I'd probably put at least above Wheaties. Okay, Cocoa Puffs. We already did this. Where did you? Quisp. We already did you. You're not real. Crunch berries. Now I've had a lot of Captain Crunch in my time. Um, but I have not had crunch berries. Now I'm not sure if they actually taste any different. It might be one of those frosted flake, not frosted flake, Fruit Loops scenarios where they actually don't taste different. But I might be wrong. I could very much be wrong because I do know that Captain Crunch does have the cereal called Oops All Berries, where they just took the crunch berries and made it the entire cereal. Um, I don't know. So let me do some research here. Um, uh, okay, so they seem to have a strawberry flavor. Uh huh. Okay. I know Captain Crunch by itself, great, an amazing taste. I love me some Captain Crunch. Crunch berries adding some strawberry to it. And especially since it seems that it doesn't overpower. Usually with strawberry flavoring, it does kind of overpower a bit, but this one doesn't seem to. So, with that in mind, I think I think would I take it over Curiously Cinnamon? No, I would put it right here. So right before Curiously Cinnamon. Now, again, I think for this it's more so the overpowering taste. With crunch berries, Captain Crunch might clear Curiously Cinnamon, but I think Crunch Berries is a bit lower for me, just because I prefer, again, a more mellow taste. I don't want to like be overpowered, right, by what I'm consuming. Yeah, next we got frosted mini wheats. Now, did you know that mini wheats originally they're called frosted because originally they didn't have any sugar at all. It was just the bland cracker thing. And that was actually made by an extremist a long time ago who believed that sugar was the devil and made you horny as hell. That's a bit of that's just a bit of lore for you. So it's very funny to see his invention, quote unquote, years down the line with a frick ton of sugar. He was this is very funny. Frosted mini wheats, I'm not gonna lie, mini wheats themselves taste like shit, which might seem weird because I was talking before about shredded wheat and how I kind of it's like good. It's not. It's not. Shredded wheats suck, but frosted mini wheats, I'm not gonna lie, don't make it taste better. Frosted mini, I mean, honestly, like obviously it does, but like it does. Like I still hate frosted mini wheats. They're not good. F tier. I really don't like mini wheats. Next, we got Chips Ahoy. Now, I just know these guys from their chocolate chips, and those are pretty good. I assume these are good as well. If they're anything like any little chips, little chocolate chips I've eaten, then they're probably good. I would probably put them over here. Let me think. Um, like that. There you go. That's good. Next, we got peanut butter crunch. Now, I've actually never heard of this. Now, oops, all berries and stuff I've heard of, but peanut butter crunch, that's a new one. I do believe peanut butter crunch, if it does taste like peanut butter, as like it says, I think peanut butter crunch is probably pretty good. It's probably going to be very good. Even if it's just like a slight taste. If it's too much of a taste, maybe not. Again, bland dandy. I'd probably take it over crunch berries. Maybe even over the cinnamon. Maybe. Maybe over the cinnamon. All right. Next we got Cookie Crisp. We've already done this, so feels a bit weird to do it again. But this one might be different in shape, and shape does taste. It just change. It does change a lot because again, it's texture. It's mostly texture. Taste is not that different for a lot of cereal. Cookie Crisp. Where did I put the other one? I put it here. There you go. Honey Nut Cheerios. So here it is. Honey Nut Cheerios. So this is the Honey Nut Cheerios. Regular Cheerios, eh. Honey Nut Cheerio. I take it over the Cookie Crisp any day. Next we got whatever. What is this? This is not. That's not real. That's fake. Next we got Oreos. Oreo O's. um. So they basically just take the breading. Well, the breading. What am I saying? They take the biscuit of the Oreo and they just crush it. Crush it into those. Maybe with a bit of cream in there or something. These probably taste very sugary. But like the kind where it's so sugary that like your brain overrides the fact that it doesn't taste good, just to be like, bro, that's sugar, bro. Bro, give me more of that, you know? Um, so it kind of feels like a psyop, if anything. It kind of feels like they're trying to hijack my brain. And I don't like that. If I had to say the taste, hijacking my brain taste is amazing. The actual taste, I think, is whatever. So I would probably put it above the other chocolates, maybe above this. You know, let's be a bit. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. Maybe here. Nope. I don't feel. It doesn't feel right. My like soul doesn't say it. My soul doesn't scream correct. My soul is telling me no, don't do that. It might be correct. Listen, objectively, it might be correct. My soul is saying otherwise, and I'll listen to my soul on this one. Okay, next we got Rice Krispie Nice quippy, multi-grain shapes. Now, again, texturing is good, and that's why having weird shapes is good. You gotta love the weird shapes. So, based on weird shape, I'd put this above Cheerio, below Honey Nut. Um, maybe that. There you go. Weetabix, not real. Next, Kellogg's Fruit and Fiber. Kellogg's Fruit and Fiber. Now, this is just again another Wheaties, but with extra stuff. You know, Wheaties with extra stuff goes hard. I put that. Put that there. Next, Honey Loops. That's just Honey Nut Cheerio. That's stop cheating. You're not to cheat. It probably has more honey flavoring. Like it probably tastes more like honey, so it's probably better. But it's cheating. So I got Frosted Flakes. Now I've eaten a lot of Frosted Flakes in my time, and that's mostly because that's what we got a lot of the time over other stuff. Probably because of I don't know pricing, or just because they knew I liked it and they didn't want to test anything new because I was very picky as a child, which is fair. But Frosted Flake cereal. So Frosted Flake cereal. Hum hum hum. I think at least passes D tier, especially because of how much I've eaten. Frosted Flakes, I'd probably put up here. Mainly because I know it, I understand it, and I think it's fair. It's a fair being. Alpen, I have no clue what that is. Okay, it's another one of those goodish cereals, like good for you cereals. I'll put that above Special K. Crunchy Nut cereal. Let's see. So to me, this looks like Wheaties, but honey. Nuts in every bite. Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so this is just Wheaties but honey flavoring. And that clears. That clears. There you go. Next is just Rice Krispies. That's ass. That's actually ass. Just regular Rice Krispies is ass. That's not cereal. No, I would take anything over that. Even shitty ass crack that out brand. Even shitty brand cereal. All right, mini wheats without the frost. I'd take that over Rice Krispies. Right now, Rice Krispies treats S tier, not like the cereal, but like an actual treat of using Rice Krispies S tier. But Rice Krispies by themselves, please give me anything else. Okay, next, honeycomb cereal. Now, I'm an avid fan of honeycomb cereal. I will not lie to you. It is probably one of, if not my favorite. I would put this in A tier. I know what this tastes like. It's another honey one. Is just good. It's just a good flavor. It's good flavor. Now it might be unfair, but It's my tier list. I don't care. Honeycomb, I think, is very good. I think it's. I think a lot of people might think of me crazy for this one, but I really like the texture, the shape, and the flavor. And that's all I need. Seriously, cinnamon, we already did you. Why do you have another one? Where's the other one? What's different about this one? What the hell? What was that? Cristards? What? Hold on. Curiously cinnamon cereal. Let me see. Where's the difference? Churros. Ah, it's the shape. Honestly, churros are probably lower just because I'd rather have I'd rather have a soft. If it's gonna have the churro look, I'd rather have like a more soft, kind of like not a crunch, you know. But it's a cool idea. Next, we have Crave cereal. I remember you. Crave cereal isn't bad. Probably works out best as a chocolate. I would find. There's still a lot of cereal. There's a lot of cereal. Cereal is real. They can hurt you. They can. Oh, ads. All right, ads are here, so I'm going to go get me that good. Bow, ba-da-bow. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, bow, ba-da-da. Bow, ba-da-bow, ba-da-bow. Ow. Ah! I'm in pain. Ba-da-ba-ba. I got my cereal for the morning. The cereal for the morning. Okay. The ads are almost done. Ba-dum, 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 ba. No! No! My headphones just broke. My headphones just broke. No. I picked them up and it broke. I just picked them up and they broke. No. Alright. I without tape, I'm just gonna put them back together and put them on. And we're just gonna pray. We're just gonna pray I can make it to the end of the tier list. Okay, Crave. Crave is actually pretty good. Just kind of everything I was saying before about shit cereal. It's good. When I take it over shredded wheat, I haven't had it. I haven't had it, so I don't know. Okay, Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puff. Reese's Puff. I love Reese's. Reese's are great. Reese's taste amazing. What I like to do is I like to put Reese's. I do this a lot with chocolate. I'll put it in the fridge, get it cold, and then I'll eat it. With Reese's especially, amazing. I wouldn't have a Reese's that was not put in a fridge. That's kind of yucky. But I would have a lot of Reese's if they put them in the fridge. Hi Destiny, hello. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the follow. A Reese's. I think I've had Reese's Puffs once. Pretty good. They're pretty good. They do kind of taste like Reese's. And just for that. Gotta have them. I don't remember how sugary they taste in your mouth. I'll put them there. How about that? Next is Honey HS. That's just Honey Nut Cheerio. You're cheating. Stop cheating. Next is Apple Jack. So, Apple Jack's cereal. That I've not had. I assume seems cinnamon and apple taste. If I had to guess what I think it would taste like actually taste like in your mouth and such, if it tastes how I think it tastes, that's good as hell. If it doesn't, that sucks. And other things would clear it easy. I would put it maybe here. It depends. Maybe it'd go higher, maybe go lower, depends on exactly how it tastes. Next is Shreddies. This is the same as the other Shreddies that I did before. It's very much a like anywhere. It could be anywhere, you know. Shredded wheat. Now shredded wheat, like I said, better. Shredded wheat is better, but not by much. It's better than Shreddies, not by much though. Next, we got the Minecraft cereal. Yes, the Minecraft cereal, the cereal everyone wants. I don't know what the flavor is for Minecraft cereal. Also, I'm gonna sneeze. Give me a second. So, what this is, what Minecraft Creeper Crunch is Cracklin' Oat Bran, but with marshmallows and cinnamon flavoring to the bran. And that sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good. To me, I'd probably take that and I'd probably take it up. Now, where I would take it is the question. Now, I think at least deserves a C tier. I haven't had it, so I don't think I could put it to B or up. But, Let's see here. I'd probably take it over Lucky Charms, maybe. Actually, it really depends. It really depends. I think a safe bet is put it here, just because of what's above it. But that doesn't mean that it wouldn't go above if I had it. Hello, how you doing? I'm doing good. How are you, Gene? How you doing, Gene? How are the jeans, Gene? Hello. Hope you're doing well. What is this? I have no idea what this says. That's fake. Not real. No problem. No problem. Have you had Minecraft Creeper? Have you had Minecraft Creeper Crunch, Gene? I need a second opinion, please. I need to know. I need to know. Fruit Loops. Now, many people, unfortunately, know. What are you even here for? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What have you had? What would you say is your favorite cereal? I don't play games much. That's fine. I'm not talking about games. I'm talking about the cereal, Minecraft Creeper Crunch, the cereal, not the video game. Come on. Come on. It's completely different. Fruit Loops, a lot of people talking about it's a very I can barely hear you. Oh, that's a I'm not gonna lie. I think that might be a you problem. Might be. Might be. We'll see. Anyway, first. Pay attention! Everyone pay attention! Pay attention right now! Okay. There you go. there's the viewer retention you ordered, Destiny. Also, you could use the channel points to spawn a Wawa. It'll spawn a guy flying across the screen with your name for the rest of the stream. If you want to try that. Fruit Loops. Again, I need to actually so Fruit Loops like Tricks, probably better than Tricks. If you go back to like the beginning of the VOD when I was at Tricks, I probably said the opposite. But that's fair. Cornflakes. Cornflakes cereal. What do you think about cornflakes? Now, these are just Wheaties. I'll be honest, this is an artist cold call. Would you be open to hearing why I might be able to help you? Nope. I would not. Thank you very much, though. Hello. Hi, Koopa. Welcome. Welcome in, Koopa. How you doing? Cornflake. Like that. Thank you for respecting. How's y'all? We're doing. We are doing. I can tell you very much, Koopa, that I don't know my cereal. There's too much cereal. I have not tried. I have not tried a lot of them. Cornflakes probably better than Wheaties, I guess. I'm guessing because I've actually heard of cornflakes. Doing good. How you doing, Koopa? Tell me the good news or the bad news, whatever you have. Golden Grahams. So Golden Grahams, how I view them, are they're like Curiously Cinnamon, but without the cinnamon. Which sounds like that's not like you're taking out the entire point of the cereal. But it's not bad. Okay? It's not I swear. I swear it's not bad. I swear. You gotta believe me. Golden Grahams, I'd probably put honestly in between Tricks and Fruit Loops. Again, Trix and Fruit Loops are the exact same, but like they're just my soul says Trix is more sugar. Saying this right now, yeah. I don't know what these are just Lucky Charms again, but I don't know what the difference is with these ones. They're not real. These aren't real. What are you saying right now? Can I see it unranked? No. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, it's not in there. Cinnamon Toast Crunch isn't in there yet. I'm gonna lose it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Where is Cinnamon Toast Crunch? We have Oops All Berries. That's not the original. I don't know where Captain Crunch is. He's somewhere. He's somewhere. We'll find him eventually. All right. Sour Patch. That sounds like a bad cereal. Well, let's see. Sour Patch Kids cereal. Are these just Fruit Loops but in the shape of Sour Patch Kids? Is that what this is? That's what it looks like. Is that what it is? That's what it looks like. Has anyone here ever had these? Are these a real cereal? They capture the essence of Sour Patch Kids. This tastes like Sour Patch Fruity Pebbles, and that is not a bad thing. That does sound like a bad thing. That does kind of sound like a bad. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like a bad thing. I'm pretty sure this here is literally coated in citric acid, whatever it's called. You know, the stuff that makes them sour. Yeah, it's basically Fruit Loops if Fruit Loops were shit. That's what it looks like. I haven't had them, but from what it looks like and like from what people are, what I've read, like the one sentence I read online, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Next are Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles again. These are just Fruit Loops, but different like shape, right? These are like what's it called? Um, what's it called? What's it called? I need to find the cereal that I graded. I can't find it. All right. Well, anyway, it's like flat Rice Krispies. Also Oreos. Kind of tough here. I ain't gonna lie to you. Well, Oreos. Listen, I haven't had them, so I can't say. But those look like the most sugar-filled cereal in the world, and I fear what man has created on this mortal plane with the time he's been given, and that's why they're there. That's why it's there. Fruity Pebbles. I don't think they have much flavor. Am I wrong? Than people that made Oreos. Holy shit! Are you for real right now? What do you mean? I mean for the Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, Fruity Pebbles. I feel like they're kind of bland. They're probably like the same thing as like Rice Krispies, probably, but like maybe with a bit more flavor. No, for Oreos. Yeah, no shit. Oreos made Oreo O's. Fruity Pebbles. Probably somewhere. I don't know. It's been a very long time since I've had Fruity Pebbles. I can't recall if they taste like Rice Krispies or they taste more um like Fruit Loops. So it's hard to tell. French Toast Crunch. I think this is what I was talking about earlier. It's these are the ones that look like bread. French Toast Crunch is the ones that look like bread, and these ones had commercials where they would kill each other. Right? Am I right in thinking that, or is that another cereal? Anyway, French Toast Crunch is actually not that bad. I'm sorry. You better be. You better be cool. French Toast Crunch. Do you not know French Toast Crunch? Have you not seen French Toast Crunch? Bro doesn't know about French Toast Crunch. Bro doesn't know about French Toast Crunch. Come on. French Toast Crunch, man. It's honestly not that bad. The French Toast Crunch is actually pretty good. I'd probably put it like maybe here. Do you want to know the background? The background is someone thought what if cereal looked like bread? And you know what he was cooking? He was cooking with that idea. Cheerios multigrain. That's fake. Just kidding. That is. I'll just put in D tier. Oat Simple. Now, Oat Simple, I think they should stick with making. They should really stick with making oatmeal, and not just selling oat cereal. Psychos. Those psychos. I'd put this probably here. I think Rice Krispies for me is just gonna stay at the bottom. Hot take. Their oatmeals are good, but like oats by themselves, like oats by themselves, like maybe D, but like again, it's like just like, bruh. Apples are garbage and so are Fruit Loops. I haven't had Apple Jacks, so I'm just basing it based off what I think they would taste like. And Fruit Loops, that's fair. Honestly, for me, I'm not a big fan of like super sugary stuff. Okay. There's so much. Oh my god. There's so much. Why is there so much? Also, some of these some of these are like doubled. Alright, okay, we're actually almost done. These are like doubled. There's some extra, but it's mostly doubled. Okay. We're almost done. Most of it is pure sugar. Yeah. That's why a lot of these I based it more so on like the shape or texture. Because I was like, the texture is good. The texture is better because the taste is the same. As I'll put eat pure sugar at this point. Yeah, exactly. Straight up. Okay, let's see. Actually, if you ate like spoonfuls of sugar, you'd probably end up eating less sugar than if you ate a bowl of cereal. And that's not like exaggerating. That's like actually facts. Oops, all berries. Um, I don't know how these would hold up for me against just the crunch berries because I like honey. I like the honey. I like honey cereal. Honey cereal is good, and I haven't had these, so I wouldn't be able to like say for sure. But I probably have them. Honestly, I would put them like a lot lower. Just skip the process of having to buy cereal. Yeah. Okay, let's. I'm gonna skip these. These are fake, and these are also just doubles. These are a lot of doubles. We're gonna skip the doubles and some of the ones that are just boring. And I'm gonna bring you to a place I know, and that's corn pops. All right, so corn pops, right? Corn pops honestly are not as good as honeycomb. We just have them a lot. We just happen to like buy. We just buy that one a lot. Um, there you go. 10 pounds of sugar. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just eat 10 pounds of sugar. Easy. Um, anything else here? Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you go. There's no S tiers because if you want to eat cereal, you should make a better decision. By the way, I'm eating corn pops right now. Ow. Ugh. If I could, I'd just have honey O's. That's fair. Honestly, very fair. Okay, we're done with the cereal tier list because the rest are just like remixes. I feel like that's boring. I'm actually not saying this shows unless I'm blind. No, you're probably not blind. They did miss a good amount of cereal. This is like the best one I could find. This is the best. This is honestly the best one I could find for tier list. What I want to do. So yesterday, I started working on the controller, the Twitch chat controller. Now, what that is, for those of you who are not in the know, I made a controller that reads Twitch chat. Gonna work for a while, okay? No problem, dog. Thank you for coming, man. Thank you for chilling. So I think what we're gonna do, what I want to try is, I coded it, but I have not tested it. So I want to test it right now. Will you be my guinea pig, chat? Will you allow me to create and see if you guys could play? I don't know. Give honey O's anytime we got a question right. Like a singular one, like a singular honey O. He would give you a singular honey O. No, a handful. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Good. 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 No, that would be funny. It would be funny. It would be very funny if he just gave you a singular piece. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I am going to plug in this controller, right? I'm going to open up a game, and we're gonna test out. Eh. Channel, and it's you guys playing, not me. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go get it. Is one of my favorite cheaters? Yeah, I mean honestly, it's fair. I get it. I get why you would. Be. Okay. Let me put Let me put this broken headset back on. And also let me plug this in. Okay. I should not put that there actually. That is not a good idea. Eh. Boop. Next week we're gonna be using this controller to play games together. And in the future I have many more ideas for how you guys could play the game. Or play games, not just play the game. Okay, let me plug you in. Oh god, that's a lot of weight. Oh crud. Is this gonna work? That's a lot of weight. Oh, that's a lot of weight. This wire, oh my god, this wire adds so many games. But chat stream, no. What the? Hold on. God damn it. Okay, this wire adds a lot more weight than I thought it would. And that's not gonna be the bug game. Because I need a game that uses all parts of the controller. So I know what game we're playing because I know a game that uses all parts of the controller. I need to solder this in. Okay, well, now you're more secure. Which one? It's going to be a Souls game. It's going to be a Souls game. Hold on. You're kidding? No. No, I'm not. Don't worry, you guys aren't going to play for long. Like, you guys aren't going to try and beat the boss or anything. I just want you guys to, test stuff out, see if everything works. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll go fine. It'll go fine. Trust. Trust in me. It's gonna work. It's gonna go fine. I won't let them hurt you. I won't let them hurt you too bad. Okay. Okay. Please don't do this. Just rest. Okay. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully the controller works. It would suck really bad if it didn't. Because I didn't test it, so it might not work at all. Please work. Please? Please work? I have a Tanjiro figure near me. Can he help? Yeah. He can help. I allow. Okay, that's not working. Why aren't you working? That's not fun. Why aren't you working? Okay, hold on. Now I already have to look at my code to see if I mess something up. Are you working? I don't know. Am I working? Serial begin, serial begin. That's fine, that's fine. Because I have too much in the loop. Wah wah. What wah would you get? Yo, wah wah wah. Why aren't you working? Why aren't you working? It could be. It could be that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to edit the stream info. We're going to be going on to Elden Ring. Elden Ring. Okay, write down testing out Twitch chat controller. Testing out the chat controller. Play Elden Ring. I'll have to reset this, but for now it's fine. Actually, wait, what if I do this? Are you not getting power, like, at all? That's why. Okay. This thing's not getting power. I need to recheck. I need to recheck my wires. Hello, Onwa Nation! Hello, Priest and Bear. Hello. I'm checking my wires real quick. Hold on. That's good. Weird. It says you're both doing it. Do you resistor there, there. I'll at least let you guys see the Elden Ring. I'll at least let you guys see that. Where's Elden Ring? Why aren't you showing Elden Ring? Elden Ring, stop being a bitch. Elden Ring! God damn it, Elden Ring. Can I at least do this? No, Elden Ring just doesn't exist. Alright. Hate it here. Why isn't OBS finding Elden Ring? There you go. Elden Ring. Okay, now let me check my wires. 600 men. Alright, let's see. If I type in the chat, ready to go, boss, that means it worked. Okay? If you see ready to go, boss, in the chat, that means it works. And if not, that means I'm crying. Good thing we tested this. Good thing we tested. Let me see. Does this button work at least? Actually, I wouldn't be able to check. Would I? I'd have to. If I press start here, start doesn't do anything. Okay, let me get into a game. Let me get into a game and we'll test it out. Okay, does pressing the button work? Nope, doesn't work. Okay. So now I'm in a pickle. Now I'm in a pickle. Okay, I need to recheck my my stuff. Oh, this sucks. code doesn't work. Not a fan of pickles. I don't care. You're gonna eat the pickles. Arduino IDE. Stop being a bitch. Open Arduino IDE. Get the blue wire. Arduino IDE does not work. It's because I have Elden Ring open. Is that why? What if I close Elden Ring? In the least safe way possible. What's going on here? I'm trying to test out the controller that Twitch chat can use. I built a controller for Twitch chat, and now we're trying to test it out. But shit's getting in my way. Yeah, oh right, yeah, fucking shit. Okay, Arduino IDE. Yeah, I remember the controller. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do remember that controller. Okay, now let me do this. Let me check. Does this work? Can I show this stuff without worrying? Okay, I can show this stuff without worrying. Great. Okay, let me display capture. All right, you guys see code. First thing we have to do is we have to reset the Arduino Micro, and we're going to re-upload the code. So, plug it in, and then I take a wire. I have to put one wire into the ground and the other one on reset. Make sure that we're on the right port. Upload. Okay, and now it wrote to it. Okay, now it's reset. So we reset the Arduino. Now we go here to this code, and something went wrong with this code. So we'll have to look into this. Okay, first things first. I have this button because I want this button to be the start button because I don't want to give you guys that power. But it might have screwed with something. So I'm unsure. What I could do this. Could do this. That. Okay. So what this code does is we read from the website from Twitch, right? I print it because then if it's if there's A, then I press A. If there's B, I press B. Blah 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 blah. If there's the D-pad, then I'll do the D-pad. There's triggers, I'll press the triggers. And then these are said joysticks. I'm not sure if this works, if said joystick works. That might be the problem, honestly. What I could do is change it to 1,000 maybe, and then I'll just do this. I could be the problem. It also could not be. It's probably just the internet. But I'm going to upload this code. All right, code's done uploading. And now I'm going to put it back here. Okay. I'm just going to check my. This is power. Power goes to your computer. Here. This is two. Oh, are you Yeshua? It might be this. That's the button. The button's the problem. How to do a button. The most basic thing for an Android, or not Android, Arduino. How to do a button. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm going to try this. See if this works. Probably still won't. That's fine. I should probably start with something simpler, though. I probably should open Hollow Knight. Just so I could start with the start button, and then we're going to go to Elden Ring. I really hope it works. Okay, let me plug you in. Please. Please. I wrote the code wrong. I just realized. I just realized I think I wrote the code wrong. The button code's still wrong. Okay, hold on. Button code's still wrong. I'm checking. All right. Let's see here. So input pull up, and then um. I'm gonna put we'll use input pull up or pull up resistor or the other one. Okay. Do that, and then I'm sure this is right. Go to ground. Ground. Do that. Doesn't seem right to me. That's not right. That button's not right. That's not correct. It can't be correct the way it's written. Why do they all make it so complicated? We have resistor ground, sure. Power. Okay, hold on. Let me switch this. Okay, let's switch this around. So this needs to go here. This needs to be here. And needs to okay. Did I miss anything? Nope. Okay. Let's do another reset. Reset 2, baby. You plug it in. Put one wire into ground. The other one we reset. Put it on the right port. Upload. Reset again. It writes. Okay, done uploading. And now we could just go back here. Tools. Put it on the right board. Make sure that we're on X input. Okay. Upload. Okay. The problem has to be the internet board. I mean, that's got to be the problem. But I don't see exactly what is causing it. It might be just the fact that there's too many wires. It could honestly just be the fact that there's too many wires. I see that being a problem. Yeah, anyway, let's try it again. I'm going to put this in. Hope everything is connected. Put another wire for safe measure. I don't think it's gonna help. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like connect. We'll see. It doesn't seem to be working. Does not seem to be working. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's check out my wires. This is RX. RX is the TXS with RX. It should be fine. ABC. It might honestly just be that there's too much power. I'm using up too much power. That could be the problem. What if I try taking away? Okay. I'll take away these things. I'll take away these extra wires and we'll see. Because it could honestly just be that I'm using up too much power. Or it could also be the general wiring is bad from the way I have it set up. I mean, we'll see. I'll do another test where I just hold the wires. I should probably change the science and technology, huh? Okay, not working. Okay, let me change the science and technology. Because right now I am not on the right thing. Okay, science and technology. Okay, now let me try this out. So take out these wires for now. Take out you. Let's hold you here. Here. It sucks. I had like the basic thing working yesterday. And then I added a lot of code. But like none of the code should do what it's doing. It should still be working. It should at least still be saying ready to go, boss. It's hard to check though. Ready to go, boss. Yeah, okay, it was the wiring. Okay. Anyone in chat? I'm holding the controller. Anyone in chat? Please. Please, someone. Anyone? Ugh. I need my guinea pigs. Yeah, okay. Can you write D-pad down within all caps and a space? No. I'll have to change some stuff. Yeah, I will have to change some stuff in the code. Can you move with analog stick on this? Oh, you can. Okay. You could write move left or move right. Yeah. Right now he's jumping, I think, because you have an A in your name. I'll have to change the code for that stuff. Yeah. I could also change the delay so it moves for longer. You could press, you could do B, X, Y. You could also do the triggers. I should probably add hold functionality. That's nuts. Yeah. You don't have any B stuff right now, but yeah. Oh, you're using the dream nail. I'll have to change the amount of length, I think. How long something is, I'll have to change, but apart from that, looking pretty promising. Apart from the fact that I have to hold it right now. I have to hold the controller right now so that the wires are touching. That sucks. But apart from that, actually, I just got a really dumb idea. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna depower this, depower that. I'm gonna try something really stupid. It's progress. It is progress. Okay. I wasn't sure if the joystick was actually gonna work or not. So I'm honestly fairly surprised by that. I'm pretty happy. Oh, I need to take you guys out. Ah, shit. I put you guys Oh god, I put these things really far in. Oh no. Oh no, I put those things really in. Shit. That's not fun. I can take this one out. The other one's gonna be hard. So I think what we're gonna do. So what do you think? What do you think should be better in move and like how it works? The jumps obviously have to take out. Like I have to make it so it doesn't jump as often. Is there anything specific? Like maybe how long something should be as opposed to something else? Took those out. Yeah, let me try my idea. I'm gonna try my silly Billy idea. I ain't got no clue starting knowing, boy. Out praying, boy. Is this in the right thing? Seems like it. Is it in the right thing? Like it. Okay, I'm gonna try something very stupid. We're gonna see if this works. Movement is more a question of length, but for finer movement, it's gonna be a little tougher for coordination. Yeah. Well, no matter what, it's gonna be tough. Um, but I think it just comes down to like game choice for that. Like, it's gonna be tough to do anything through this. Okay, is this gonna work? Okay, it did work. I'm gonna have to find a better solution. Okay, let me unplug you. Ugh. Okay, but we know it works. Everything works. It's just about making it work better. Oh, I also have to change the buttons. I have to make the buttons better. Um, I have to include the start button. Okay, let me bring out the code again. Is there a way to hide this bitch? I want to hide the output window. It's like kind of in the way. Okay. The plan now is simple. Nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll move these to the top, right? And then I could delay these for like a whole second instead. And then okay, yep. Yeah, there you go. So now I'll delay. So moving and looking around, so joystick is going to be longer. It's going to take a whole second instead of half a second. These are going to be half a second. But what I'll do is. Oh, wait. These are not in the right place. These actually are not in the right place. No wonder. Okay, delete this again. You're supposed to be here. There you go. That makes more sense. Okay. But instead, what we'll need to do is make it so it only does like maybe one button, or like it has to be alone. Oh, you know what? We'll just put spaces. Genius. This is actually genius play right here. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Actually, only have a space before. Just actually, but then by itself it wouldn't count. It needs to be by itself in that case. Hmm. Hum. How do we do this? The space trick won't actually work. I thought I was being smart with that. I could have been. It could have been smart. What I need is I need either A by itself or because I want it to be able I want it to be is that you are able to do basically whatever. And you could not whatever. I want it to be so that even if you're writing full sentences, it still presses buttons. That's what I want. What I could do is I could just do else ifs. I could just do else ifs. But I'll have to change the order. So this D-pad will go at the top. And then else if. This is like this is a jank way of doing it. It's not the way I would have wanted to do it. I would have preferred something more chic. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I want it to be so that you can do D-pad and A at the same time. What I could do actually is everything. Um. What this is string dot substring dot index of. I guess I should do this always. Okay. Gets rid of the username. So this just gets rid of the username so that you're not always accidentally doing stuff like a jump. Yeah. The problem is just the D-pad. The thing is the D-pad. That's the problem. Because I want it to be so that you can do D-pad and also jump in the same move. Although I don't know why you would, but you know, let a man have dreams. I could just take these ones out. I could just have it be just for A, so you can't press A at the same time you do a D-pad, but you could do everything else at the same time. There's nothing else that like has the same letter. There's nothing that's LB in anything else. There's nothing that's RB in anything else. Nothing that has a Y, nothing has an X, and nothing has a B. But D-pad has an A, which is the only thing that's the same. Although I will also do I will also do this because I should also because that it's you wrote jump and that's fair. Most people would say jump rather than press A. Although I don't think I could do that for anything else. Apart from this, I changed joystick right to look and joystick left to move because I thought it'd be easier. Okay, so that's the code. Is there anything else? I probably should only put one delay. I'll probably put yeah, I'll put the delay here. So it's gonna be a delay for both of them. Yeah, and then you have the D-pads as well. Okay, that's good. Let me upload this code. I'll have to find a solution to the wires. Get my reset wire already. Make a new sketch. Plug this bish in. Okay. Put this bad boy into ground. This other one, double tap reset. Get the port, do that, and then realize you need to hurry up because you're about to fail. Okay. And now it's done. Do that. Do this. Come here. Change the port. The port's not there. I cry. Replug, maybe. Hopefully replug works. If not, I'll have to re-upload the code, I guess. Yep, okay, it's not there. I need to... Whoops. I need to redo this. New sketch. Tools. Arduino. Arduino Leonardo. Okay. Get the wire. Put it into ground. The other one, double tap reset. Okay. Tools. Port COM5. Upload. I will do that. It writes. Done uploading. Now we go here. Port. There you go. There it is. And then X input. Compile the sketch. Write the code. Okay, there you go. Now it's about finding a secure way to wire this up. That's the problem I'm having. Because a micro is very much a I could solder. I don't have solder, but that'd be the way to do it. How goes the litany of machine spirit? My boy, wouldn't you love to know? I'll give you, you know what? I'll give you a little demonstration. How about that? Whoops. I'll give you a demonstration. How about that? All right. Let me do this. Let me go here. Let me make text. I'll write down what all the things are. I'll write down all the commands. So we have move, left, right, up, down, look, and then again, left, right, up, down, and then A, B, X, Y, right bumper, left bumper, right trigger, left trigger, and I think that's it. I think it's all the things. Let me make this very small. Okay, these are all of the buttons, right? These are everything you have to do. All the different types. Let me go here. Let me get the wires up. So the only thing really missing right now, apart from like just making sure that the code works like good, like in a way that like feels nice, is I need to solder this Arduino micro. Because it does not work without me holding the wires. Eh. Okay, it's plugged in. Wait for it to say ready to go, boss, and then you can start typing. Oh, ready to go, boss. Okay, he keeps jumping. Okay, move left. No, don't kill me. No. you motherfucker. You. I don't know why he jumps. Move right. I'll have to check some of my code because I don't know why he jumps. It's because I think it's because of the messages. It's because of the usernames specifically. I don't know why. Yeah, move. He moved right. 30-second time between the same message. Yeah. Well, the idea is that there's going to be multiple people using the messages, right? Like, it's not going to be just one person typing. It's going to be like an entire chat of people typing, right? That's the idea. I know right now it doesn't look like it because like there's not many people here, but trust. He's good. Well, look right isn't really a thing on Hollow Knight. You can look down, but I think you have to hold it for a bit. Yeah, he's jumping. Okay, hold on. All right, let's switch up the code. Let's fix this jumping habit. Let's fix this jumping habit. I'm also going to switch up the game, but first let's do one thing at a time. Okay. So here's what we do. We have a button for pressing start because I don't want you guys to pause the game, so I'm not giving you that control. We set the joystick range to 1000 just so that it's easier to type how I want you guys to move. Now, if serial 1 is available, we read the string. So this is what we get is, I could open up the code actually. Actually, let me hide this just in case it shows bad code. And by bad code, I mean my stuff that I don't want you to see. Wrong code. Let's see here. What it sends. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. What it sends. Can I lower the opacity of this? I can. Great. I'll make it smaller too, just for now. Something you could do in OBS, probably. Okay. So, how it works, how a message looks. Let me show you how a message is like typed out. It's like this, username, and then message. This is how it looks. Right? Whenever we read the string, this is what the string is. Right? So whenever you type, right? Let's say you're like, right, LOL. It might still read this as part of the input. And I might have done it wrong. So here, I tried doing the index of this so I get after it. But that might be the problem. It's possible. It's possible that this is not running. It's possible. Next. But it's also possible that it's just another button. It's because I do send some other serial information. Like I do say when we connect to Wi-Fi, when we do this, when we do that. It only happens really at the beginning though. So it would only happen again if I think the connection was bad. Yeah, anyway, so we print that. Next. Are you emulating a keyboard and mouse or a controller? I'm emulating a controller. I'm emulating an Xbox controller. Next, we have this code. So this just checks if move is in your message. But that also means that like you could type something like this, for instance. Then space shouldn't be an issue, but I'll hold off till you finish going over the code. Yeah, okay. But like, so for instance, because I'm using the index, you can technically like have it in words. And that becomes a problem if you want to use the D-pad, because the D-pad has A in it. And A is a button, you know? So it could be that something else is also causing it. Yeah, anyway, so we have 0, 0, and then we just remove or add 1,000, and then we do the joystick input. Then same thing for this, joystick input, right? And then we have D-pad. So if there's D-pad in your message, then we check if there's also up, down, left, right. And if so, we'll just press those buttons, right? Makes sense. Then we have else if, bring the index of A, jump. Right, so if you write jump or if you write A, then press A. B, X, Y, LB, RB. I put this as else if because this for D-pad. So I tried to get rid of jumping from doing that. But it doesn't seem like it worked. Then we have the triggers and delay. I will change the delay to 1000. And then I will get rid of this delay because I noticed it's not going to do anything. Okay. Anyway, that's the whole code. Then we have the button state for doing the start button and then releasing all the buttons. Coming out the D-pad and button press is, and let's test that. We'll figure out real quick if that's the issue. What do you mean? So take out this. The only way to jump is by doing this. Is by button A. So if I take this out, you're not going to jump at all. There's no jumping at all. Because you need button A. And that's the only button A in the entire code. So the only thing it could be, don't delete it. No, I'm same thing. Same thing. Listen, if I comment this out, I'm saying like you're not gonna be able to jump. Like you're not gonna jump at all. It's impossible to jump. It's impossible to jump. You shouldn't be able to jump at all. That would fix it, but not in a good way. Yeah, exactly. So what has to be the problem? Oh, whoops. What has to be the problem is, what the fuck am I pressing? Is the string. Like the string, it's just the way I'm trying to get the string, right? What I should be doing is making sure that it's an A by itself. Like if there's A, it should be A by itself and nothing else. Or there's like spaces, you know, like it's its own thing. Right? Yeah, but then if you do like a message like this, it still wouldn't work, right? Because at that point there's no space after it, right? There's no space after it in that case. Although I'll go back here and remove this space here. So maybe this, maybe need a preamble, like ampersand, or like make everyone write in a command. Is that what you mean? A giant command, but yeah. I don't want that though. Because my idea is what I want is even if you're writing, so move left or okay, pound A, okay. It's because I like the idea where even if someone's not participating, right? Like even if someone's not exclusively writing like move left, A, B, start, like I still want them to participate in the sense that even full sentences should be able to make this work, you know? I think that's fun. I think that's fun. We could do this though. This might work. Then if you write words that start with A, if you write words that start with A, you're gonna jump. Yeah, Apple would jump. Yeah. We'll try it. We'll try this out. We'll see if it works. Okay. So what we do is we open a new sketch because now we have to reset our micro. So we go to our Arduino board. We just take the regular board. We plug it in. And then we take a wire. We put the wire on the ground. And then the other one, we double tap the reset with it. we change our port to the right port that just showed up. We do this, and then we reset again. And that writes the code. There you go. And now, because we can do this, now we can do that. All right. Yeah, it wrote the code. Boom. Just that easy. I know it's done, but I still wait for this to finish just in case. At least you've gotten that part to work smoothly. Yep. Okay, let me close Hollow Knight. We are going to be playing Elden Ring. We're playing Elden Ring, baby. Don't worry about my background. Don't worry about it. It's not real. Don't worry. Nothing's there. Don't worry about that. Moses is S tier, but you don't have to worry about that. I hope you guys will able to see the game. It's all white right now. Don't worry. Now it's all black. Don't worry. It's normal. It's normal. I see the cursors were good. Yep. Is Elden Ring gonna start? Oh, not responding. Amazing. It crashed. Oh, Elden Ring wasn't real to begin with. It's fine. Boom. Bada boom. Bada boom. Bada da 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 down. Down. Bada down. Bada down. Da 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 down. Alright, hopefully this time it starts, but for real. Did it crash again? Yep, okay, it did. Task manager. What's happening, task manager? Tell me. Is it because I have the Arduino plugged in? I probably should unplug that. Alright, Arduino's unplugged. Now it'll work. Third time's the charm. Trust, it'll work. Trust. Trust. It could be the NG seeing a weird input method. I doubt it. Because I don't have anything plugged in. I think it's just being weird. It's probably the way I closed it before. Let me look at some stuff. Maybe let me take off the display capture for a second. Just so I can look around without worry. So I can look around my computer. I doubt that's the reason. What I'll do is I will close Steam. Worst case scenario, we'll just open a different game. But I just think it would be really cool to have you guys try that one out. And I'm just spitballing. Yeah, it's all good. We spin out here. Weekend deal. Games forged in Germany. I might look at that later. I don't have the money, but I might look at it later. All right, easy anti-cheat. Show me what's good. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna go into the game first. Oh wait, can we talk about your model? Do you have face tracking or the blinking is random? The blinking is random. So I'm not like Shindig's. I know Shindig's has a live 2D, and what he does is he has to actually track his real life blinking. What I use is a thing called vtuber, which is a PNG kind of thing. So randomly it'll switch between a blinking model, and whenever I'm talking, it'll switch to that. But I just noticed that for some reason it is not doing that. Also, I hope I didn't just destroy my entire computer by alt tabbing. Oh jeez. Whoa. Oh god, did I just destroy my entire living being? Nothing is working. Oh, that's great. Oh, we love that. Oh, okay, great. Oh, that's just all broken. Okay. Task manager? Task manager, save me. Elden Ring isn't okay. That's okay. That's great. What the fuck happened? Elden Ring is crashed, but now my primary screen is all black, and I don't know if okay. Am I dead? Am I dead? OBS is still running just fine. That's nice. That's cool. Stuff is crashing left and right though. Task manager. Tell me what's good? What's the situation, Doc? Everything's breaking? Seems about right. It's alright, man. I got this. I'll figure it out. Trust. Trust, I'll figure it out. And by figure it out, I mean probably cry, I guess. I don't know. Why is my screen black? Why is my primary screen all black? Can I alt tab back into that? No, I can't. Okay. Well, no more games. Let me close down. For me, like everything is frozen except for chat. Chat isn't frozen, but like OBS isn't responding, or at least the video's not updating. Is the video updating for you? Is the video updating for you at all, or is it just me? I should probably restart my computer. Nope. I see a sleepy owl and a dog just floating. Yep. That's what I thought. Um. All right. Well, I guess we'll. I guess we'll rate out. I was gonna test stuff out, but like I gotta restart my computer. I mean I can't stay here. I can't do shit. At least it's a scenic view. True, true. End Explorer and restart it. It's a Explorer. What Explorer? What Explorer though? What do you mean by Explorer? Like my entire left screen. I have two screens. My entire primary screen that I play games on is black right now. Like I could tell the light's on, and my mouse goes in it. But I just got to restart my computer this time. Death Manager could find Explorer. I don't know what that is. There doesn't seem to be any Explorers out here. Windows Explorer. Windows Explorer. No, that doesn't exist. Sadly, that does not exist. I mean, man, it's okay. And then click run new test and just restart server. That's not my files. That's the problem. My screen. It's fine. Listen, what I'll do is I'll raid out, right? But then I'll join my Discord VC and we could continue testing for a bit. Hee hee. Am I even able to raid out like this? Is raiding an option? Okay, hold on. We're gonna go raid bin of trash, and then I'm gonna restart my computer. Uh, I would say to put in a raid message, but I can't write right now, so we're not gonna put in a raid message. We're just gonna pray. All right, I'll see you guys soon, maybe, and I'll be in the Discord VC if my computer restarts. Anyway, this has been fun. See you guys soon. Goodbye. Goodbye. Can I even end my stream like this?